What's going on, everyone? It's Dad here on YouTube, and I wanted to make a comprehensive guide on everything we know about the upcoming Starfield game. Now, in case this is your first time here or you're just now getting interested in Starfield, I'll start from the basics. We know that Starfield is the upcoming RPG genre developed by Bethesda Game Studios, the creators of the legendary Fallout and Elder Scrolls series, and the game has been in development for several years, over 25 in fact. And fans like myself have been eagerly waiting for any news or updates day by day. So let's dive into what we know so far about Starfield. Starting at the bottom and working our way up, we know that Starfield is set in space and is a single-player RPG game with no multiplayer at the moment. It takes place in a vast open world environment. The game is set in a distant future where humanity has colonized other planets and formed a space-faring society. Players will take on the role of an astronaut who finds himself stranded on a mysterious alien world with the objective of uncovering the secrets of the new environment and finding a way back home. Now, that being a simple synopsis of the game, let's dive into some more hardware issues. For instance, we know that the game will be on Xbox Game Pass exclusively, and if you don't have Game Pass, the game will cost $70. A $10 rise in game pricing for Bethesda that's been a standard for games for years, but we knew the increase was coming. They have stated it years ago that the increase was going to happen eventually, and we knew with the next-gen consoles it was a possibility of happening soon. And the other most ominous thing that we would like to know would be a release date, which unfortunately we do not have one yet. It was delayed around this time last year for 2023, and though it upset a lot of fans, we understand that Bethesda needed to take the time to polish this game that we so eagerly awaited. Though there's a lot of speculation and hype around the release date and what we think might happen, we still do not have a clear idea of when it's coming. A dedicated Starfield showcase is happening very, very soon, so we hope to get some info there. One of the most exciting things about Starfield is that its unique setting. The game takes place in a vast open world environment that includes multiple planets, each with its own unique environment, creatures, and culture. Players will be able to travel between these planets using their spaceship, exploring the vast reaches of space and uncovering the secrets of the universe. Furthermore, about the ships in the game, we know that they are customizable not only for how the ship looks, but the guns as well. You won't just be choosing from a selection of ships to pilot in Starfield. As shown in the Bethesda gameplay reveal, players can completely customize the look, layout, and performance of their spacecraft with tons of ship customization options. With the game's shipbuilding tools, you'll be able to design your ideal starship, down to the placement and appearance of individual modules from different manufacturers, each with their own attributes. A similar crafting system will let players modify and customize their arsenal of space firearms. A glimpse of in-game crafting mechanics showed different tiers of researchable barrel, grip, optic, and muzzle mods that could be applied to a submachine gun. Needless to say, Bethesda did not hold back on anything customizable. Though we can't wait to get further information on how ships and guns are more customizable, the initial gameplay trailer showed a good bit to us, but didn't elaborate on how things are done. I hope with the Starfield showcase we get tons of that. Moving on to one of the most important things in a Bethesda game is the character creation. We got a pretty good look at creating and leveling a character during the June 2022 Xbox and Bethesda showcase gameplay reveal. We saw some templates, body shapes and sizes, skin tones and hairstyles for your character's physical appearance, though not the details of their fate. Like most Bethesda games, you will choose a background, options like combat, medic, bouncer, professor, or homesteader, which all come with their unique 3 starting skills. Character skills are things you'll recognize as Bethesda RPG staples: medicine, lasers, persuasion, bargaining, and so on. As for leveling those tiers, Todd Howard says that Starfield's system combines the best from our previous games, meaning that you'll unlock new skills as you level up and then upgrade those skills by using them or completing challenges. And if that's not enough role-playing, Starfield also has traits another system familiar from past games. These are optional choices for your character that can come with pros and cons. Spaced, for instance, gives you increased health and endurance while you're in space, but decreased on the surface. According to Howard, these traits are problems you can solve if you get sick of them. Each trait will apparently have an optional quest to nullify it, removing both its positive and negative effects. Also present in the Starfield game is the use of different religions. One religion, in fact, worships a space serpent. Your religion is also chosen at the character creation stage, and choosing said religion can come with a couple of traits. Raised Universal is a trait that gives you a discount at the church store, but means you can't use the Enlightened store because the Enlightened may be another religion or perhaps a group of space atheists. We're not sure yet though. Either way, choosing one religion seems to put you in opposition to the others. And if you're enjoying this type of content and would like to see me make more, a sub and a like would always be appreciative, and definitely a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Also, with your character, come back with some staples of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout series. Ones I think we all love and that's made those games great are ones like NPCs can be pickpocketed. Lockpicking is also back in the game too. However, this time it is called digi-picking. Though we haven't seen anything in action yet, I would imagine it's a digital type of pickpocketing that will probably be pretty interesting. There will be persuasion minigames, but supposedly more involved than Oblivion's dialogue pie chart. As Starfield lead quest designer Will Shen says in his episode 2 of the Constellation on Bethesda's website, he says, "You will have to think about what's my risk here. We didn't want it to be a system where there's definitely a right thing to say." I think this will be huge because it takes away that option to just look up the right answer. You really have to think for yourself and debate what outcome this will be and how it's going to affect me. Another well-known mechanic will be, of course, recruitable NPC characters. They will, of course, hold your gear, assist in combat, and it has been confirmed that they will be romanceable. With the companions, something I have talked about and the internet has talked about is we want more in-depth with the companions. You know, as in tradition with Bethesda RPGs, Starfield will have a companion character to join on your travels, and first introduction to Starfield companion characters will be Vasco the robot. He was shown off in gameplay trailer in early 2022, and we are under speculation that he'll be kind of your default companion to join up first. Similar to Dogmeat in Fallout 4. Though looking at articles and gameplay trailer, I feel that he'll be more of a workhorse for the character. Having lots of storage capacity and a variety of gear to aid you in your exploration, he still has weapons though. Now in the past, Bethesda romance tends to be a binary state. You gather enough affection points to cross an arbitrary threshold and you're in a loving relationship. Lose enough of those points and your relationship might as well never even happened. Hoping to move away from that, Howard said that the 4 of Starfield's companions will offer a bit more depth. I won't say that they're super complex, but more complex relationships than they've had in the past. Not just some state of, hey, they like you or hey, they don't like you. They can be in love with you and still dislike something you did, and even be pissed off at you temporarily. Moving away from that, you'll be able to join factions just like in Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 games. However, they won't lock you out of other quest lines for joining a specific faction. I think this is a great improvement on the game. And something though has been briefly talked about, but it's very, very intriguing, is you can build your own outpost. We haven't seen much of it yet, but what we've seen looks similar to base building in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, but we don't have any specifics yet. Now, as far as what major cities we might see or know about yet in the game, we don't know a whole lot. From the recent trailers, we break down that the region of space known as the Settled Systems, a 50 light-year radius around our own solar system, where humanity is spread out, it's divided up between 2 major factions, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective. And between them, they're sitting at an uneasy peace after a long war. It also touches on some of the other threats the player might face. Ecliptic mercenaries, pirates of the Crimson Fleet, violent spacers, or even the fanatical religious zealots of House Varun. I'm probably saying that wrong. Now, with the cities, all we've been introduced to so far is New Atlantis, which is the capital of the United Colonies, the Aquila City, the capital of the Freestar Collective, which is walled to keep out quote-unquote alien predators that are a cross between a wolf and a velociraptor. And during the gameplay, those cities look massive, so I'll be interested to see, are there more huge cities or are we going to get a lot of different smaller settlements? Now, the last thing I'll talk about is not exactly gameplay perspective, but the fact that it is made on the Creation Engine 2. At the beginning of the gameplay reveal, you'll see that it's in alpha in-game footage Creation Engine 2 showing on the screen. Now, Bethesda has confirmed that Starfield is the first game to be built in the new engine. We don't know much about it yet or how it differs from the engine Bethesda has been using and updating for years for everything from Skyrim to Fallout 76. And since Bethesda games have been highly moddable, we sure hope Creation Engine 2 continues the tradition to let us mod our favorite games. So there you have it, everything we know so far about the upcoming Starfield game. With its unique setting, immersive gameplay, and engaging story, Starfield promises to be one of the most exciting RPG games of all time. So stay tuned to the channel for more updates and news, and we'll see you in the stars, Traveler.